So as we get closer to the release of MLB The Show 18, San Diego Studios has partnered up with GameStop to bring us a new MLB Monday video every single week. And these videos showcase a different piece of the game, so we've already gotten gameplay improvements, we've gotten presentation and commentary. Today, we have a bunch of new information about Diamond Dynasty. Diamond Dynasty, of course, is MLB The Show's version of Ultimate Team. It is a fantasy card collecting mode. This is where you can build a team of both legends and current players and flashbacks, and basically make the MLB team of your dreams. In the Show 17, the content, the amount of stuff that was added into the game was the best it ever was. There were so many new cards being added, so many new missions, just so many ways that they kept the game fresh that it was literally the best it's ever been. Of course, they're going to be looking to improve on that even more for the Show 18, and today we got 5 new features announced in Diamond Dynasty that hopefully will make it the best it's ever been again. So number 1, we have a new program structure.
The journey gets even more epic this year with dozens of new programs, time traveling through baseball history. In our flexible program system, you get to choose which missions to play. As you play through smaller programs, you advance toward the big ones that reward players who have been forever immortalized in Cooperstown. Legends such as Jackie Robinson and Ted Williams. By completing their programs, you will inch closer to the best rewards of Diamond Dynasty, the Immortal Legends, including Babe Ruth.
So in this new program structure, or as they're calling it, the new program paradigm, you're basically going to have to complete a bunch of smaller programs in order to inch towards the big ones. They have a new program set called the Immortals, which is basically all of the big names like Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Jackie Robinson, Chipper Jones, all of these basically super legends that are in the game. These are going to be under the Immortals program. As you can see right underneath it, there's also a Career Arcs program set, which has a bunch of old legends and flashbacks as well. So you'll probably have to complete some of their programs in order to get towards the Immortals programs. And it looks like it's basically going to be kind of like everything is funneled through the programs. We also have some shots of some live series guys on there for the programs. Like I know I saw Neil Walker on there. I saw Brad Miller. I saw Bonifacio. I don't know if you're going to have to complete every live series player program to get to the Immortals guys. I'm not sure. We're going to get a lot more information about this on Friday when they have the Diamond Dynasty live stream. But as of right now, it looks like programs are the main way that you're going to be upgrading your team. And if we look at kind of some of these programs and what you have to do, it doesn't look like it's going to be that crazy. It doesn't look like it's going to be that different from MLB The Show 17 in terms of the actual missions. But if you want to get the Immortals programs done, if you want to get Babe Ruth and Ted Williams and Chipper Jones and Jackie Robinson and, you know, all these big name guys, if you want to get those guys, you're going to probably have to complete a lot of programs, because if everything's funneled through these guys are going to be pretty much endgame rewards. Next up, we have a new attribute system.
We didn't stop there. Instead, we blew the roof off the attribute system to support these Immortals in Diamond Dynasty. The cap on attributes now extends beyond 99, meaning the Ryan Express and the Great Bambino will command an unprecedented level of respect, along with a total of 30 new legends and even more flashbacks.
So now we finally have guys in the game who can have attributes over 100. If you look at the Ken Griffey Jr. 1997 hardware card, the card that was in MLB The Show 17, his numbers did not look like this. As you can see, his hitting numbers: 103 contact versus righties, 113 contact versus lefties, 116 power versus righties, 125 power versus lefties. Now, of course, these numbers may not be final. These numbers may not be exactly what they are when the game comes out. But his numbers are so good, it's over 100. This is something that I'm really enjoying. Also, if you look on the right side, you can see his hitting. He's a 110 overall diamond for hitting and a 91 diamond for fielding. So you can kind of separate it and you can see if he's a better hitter or if he's a better fielder. Of course, that will be weighed obviously by which position it is. Some positions like second base take defense way more into account than other positions. So it should be interesting to see what guys are what at which position. But you can see this rookie Frank Thomas card from the White Sox. He's got 125 contact versus lefties as a 78 overall silver. Like, that's dope. This is something that I really like because I feel like there are way too many 99 overalls in MLB The Show 17, and I don't think the overall is still going to go over 99. There still will probably be a lot more 99 overalls in the show 18, but if you can distinct between which guys should have 125 contact versus just 99 contact, that's a big difference. So I'm very excited about this change to the attributes. I mean, if you look at Nolan Ryan, he's got 116 stamina, 111 hits per 9, 125 Ks per 9. It's just like, dude, that's crazy. We've never seen anything like that. Next up, we have an announcement of 30 new legends. We actually see 2 of them here in the trailer. If you go back to the program screen and you see the career arc section, you can see 2 new guys on there. One of them is Larry Doby and the other is Joe Torre. Larry Doby is a Hall of Famer, 7-time All-Star. He was a 1948 World Series champion. I would say his best season was probably 1954, where he hit 272, 32 bombs, 126 RBIs. I mean, this guy is a Hall of Famer, of course, but, you know, he's not a legend that I'm absolutely dying to play with. On the other hand, you have Joe Torre, who of course was the Yankees manager for a lot of years, but as a player, he's a Hall of Famer. He's an MVP, 9-time All-Star. He won a batting title. He won a Gold Glove. 1971 with St. Louis, he won the MVP, hitting .363 with 24 home runs, 137 RBIs. He finished second in the Rookie of the Year voting in 1961, so you can bet he'll have a rookie card as well as a hardware card, I would assume. But these are just 2 more new legends added into the game. Honestly, 30 is a little bit lower than I was anticipating for the amount of legends that they were going to bring into MLB The Show 18. Maybe I just got my hopes up too much, but I was actually expecting somewhere in the range of like 50 to 60, but that's just my own personal expectations. I'm not going to be disappointed with 30 new legends. Next up, we have new souvenirs in the game.
To have some fun, we added hundreds of new souvenirs.
New collectible team hats, jerseys, autographs, and even fan-favorite bobbleheads.
As you earn these souvenirs, you want to drop them and other player items into the exchange, a revamped area that lets you swap items to improve your squad and earn exclusive rewards.
Now, souvenirs are probably going to be somewhat similar to something like a ritual or a sponsorship that you might pull out of a card pack. And these souvenirs can range from hats to jerseys to bobbleheads to autographs. And basically, there are going to be some souvenirs for each team. And with those souvenirs, you can actually go into the exchange mission category and exchange them, and probably exchange it for either more souvenirs or better loot or whatever it is. But they did say that exchanging these things will help improve your Diamond Dynasty team. Now, what exactly that's going to be, we're not too sure yet. The exchange mission category in the show 17 was already there, and it was used a little bit here and there. But overall, I feel like once you kind of exchanged a couple things, you didn't really need to go back in there. So I think they're hoping that people will actually use the exchange tab to make sure that it's actually getting utilized the way it should. You know, if you have a bunch of duplicate cards, instead of quick selling everything, if you exchange it, you might have a chance to get even something better. So I like the fact that the exchange tab is getting a little bit more utilized. And the last feature that was announced is one of the things that I'm really excited about, is a new created player progression system.
In other big news, we overhauled and rebalanced the created player by tying his progression to position-specific programs. Missions are based on new archetypes, meaning created players will have strengths and weaknesses depending on your path.
So created player was one of the most exploited things in MLB The Show 17 and 16. I'm not too sure about 15, I didn't really play it. But the creative player has always been kind of one of the most cheesiest things in the game. It's basically a guy you create, you can make him however you want. You don't choose a position. You literally just start feeding cards to him, and he can play any position on the field. He could be a pitcher, he could be a catcher, first base, and it's not like if you wanted him to play catcher, he could only play catcher. You could literally move him around at any point, and he can play every position perfectly. So by a couple months into the game, everybody's created player was at a 99 overall, but balancing it is the biggest thing. I'm really happy that they're doing this. I really hope that it is done well, because the creative player was really easy to use, it was really easy to exploit, and it was kind of cheap for most of the year. So I'm hoping that we don't see as many 99 overall creative players in the show 18 as we did in the show 17. But with this new feature, basically you're going to be modeling your creative player after a specific archetype. So you'll probably be able to model him after like a speedy second baseman, or you know, maybe a power hitting outfielder, or whatever it is. I'm looking forward to hearing more about this and hearing more how the creative player has changed. Anyway guys, there were the 5 new features that they talked about in today's Wednesdays, GameStop Monday. There will be a live stream on Friday from the SDS Twitch channel. They will go over all of these new details in depth, so if you want more information, you want to hear all the little things about all this stuff, make sure to tune into that. I will probably have a video covering anything I missed after that stream. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more MLB The Show 18 news. I will see you in the next one, guys. Peace.